Knocking on the door, kung, knocking on the Kung Fu Door, Part 1. Before the introduction and dominance of guns in warfare, skill in hand-to-hand combat determined the victor in any battle. Armies were trained in martial arts. The security of communities, villages, and a person's family depended on successful martial art training. In ancient China, the weapons available were limited to those people who could wield with their hands the staff, saber, sword, spear, and of course, the primary weapon, the body. In these times, the attitude and purpose of Kung Fu was very serious, potentially a matter of life and death, with survival as its foremost purpose. Kung Fu was learned not for its beauty or meditative qualities, but for protecting one's family and possessions. Certainly, the ancient practitioners derived considerable health benefits as a byproduct of their art. Kung Fu training emphasizes use of the entire body. The body is trained to maneuver in and out of unorthodox positions with fluidity and control. The martial artists of old were not without appreciation for its valuable consequence of training, but their chief purpose for learning Kung Fu was self-defense. With the introduction of guns to warfare, the weapons of old became quickly obsolete, and the highly evolved art of Kung Fu can be said to have reached its evolutionary peak. Because of the deadly power and accuracy of the gun, the role of hand-to-hand combat was greatly diminished. Naturally, with this descent of Kung Fu importance in battle, the training associated with it also lost value and intensity. Why train with devotion and sincerity if a bullet can defeat your mightiest technique? Although hand-to-hand combat has become less a factor in warfare, the ancient art of Kung Fu has endured. Today, in fact, it is enjoying a revitalization not only in China but the world over. Many people have taken notice of Kung Fu and have proved by their interest and participation that it most assuredly has a place in the modern world. Kung Fu is thousands of years old and is a highly developed system of martial art. The student who locates a good Kung Fu school will find the training thorough and challenging. Kung Fu skills, which have been refined over centuries, are not learned easily or quickly. The sincere student, however, through hard work and dedication, will not be disappointed with the results. Although people no longer need to learn Kung Fu for survival, those who do study for the purpose of martial art will realize that it remains an excellent system of self-defense. Today, it is commonly known that daily exercise benefits one's health, appearance, and mental state. Kung Fu uses the whole body in a way that exercises and strengthens all the muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Unlike most Western exercise, sports, and recreational activities, which focus primarily on external training, Kung Fu works on harmonizing the external and the internal. Some Kung Fu training routines have been developed exclusively for their specialized health benefits. The unique coiling and uncoiling movements of Kung Fu can massage the whole body's inner organs and lymphatic system. A particular exercise, for example, may correspond to the area and functioning of a single organ. I am of the opinion that Kung Fu is unsurpassed as a system for all-around conditioning. The mental benefits of Kung Fu are not as easily measured as the physical ones. You cannot just look in a mirror and see the changes and improvements Kung Fu training has made on your perceptions, attitudes, and feelings, but often it is these inner changes that are the most profound. Kung Fu literally means time and hard work. I can say unequivocally that there are no shortcuts. The impatient student finds only frustration. If you are not prepared to invest years of practice, then don't expect to advance far in the art. Those who make the investment, on the other hand, certainly will benefit mentally and physically. Discipline, confidence, understanding one's limitations, and belief in one's abilities are all gained from the practice of Kung Fu. Another key element that attracts people to Kung Fu is its undeniable beauty. Kung Fu combines power, grace, and agility. Some Kung Fu styles emphasize the dance-like and acrobatic qualities of Kung Fu. For the performance-oriented student, Kung Fu can be a majestic and flamboyant means of self-expression. Forms competitions can provide a platform for displaying one's abilities and a springboard for recognition. I have tried to reveal that Kung Fu has not just one purpose. We see how it can improve our health, that it can be treated as an art form and studied for its beauty, or studied for its original intent, martial art. Kung Fu can develop one's strength and flexibility and nourish qualities such as patience, discipline, and confidence. Like everything that lives, Kung Fu is ceaselessly changing. It has proven valuable and resilient enough to endure the sweeping changes of centuries and to arrive here in the present like an ancient treasure forever being discovered. Traditional Kung Fu, the complete exercise. The number and variety of exercise activities available to us today is staggering. You can choose from among baseball, football, soccer, track and field, water sports, winter sports, aerobics, weight training, and cross training, to name a few. Why would we ever need Kung Fu as an exercise? In my opinion, it's difficult to find any sport or activity that can top Kung Fu as an overall form of exercise. For all traditional Kung Fu practitioners, even those whose main purpose is self-defense, daily martial arts practice can prevent illness, create a better life, and reach for longevity. In other words, martial arts is a form of exercise that is wholesome, unique, and complete. What makes Kung Fu such great exercise? In reality, exercise doesn't adequately describe the overall quality of Kung Fu. In Chinese, the term Yun Dong is used to define this activity. Chinese English and English Chinese dictionaries typically translate Yun Dong as exercise, sport, recreation, or athletics. However, these English words somehow translate only Dong, not Yun. A better translation for Dong is movement, action, and mobility. Motion like waving the arms, kicking the legs, twisting the body, and shaking the head are all visible. Whether executed alone or with a team or with a ball, a stick, or a racket, all are Dong. I agree that all these types of exercise are valuable and good for the health, but Yun is missing. In China, Yun and Dong are never separated. Yun means internal, including breath, circulation, mind control, and focus. Generally, Dong deals more with muscle, tendon, bone, and skeletal structure. Yun is more associated with the organs, nervous system, brain, and feeling. A young tennis player, for example, would usually play with lots of Dong, relying mostly on external strength. Overdoing Dong can potently lead to health problems because the Yun is neglected. Internal and external must be balanced, and the exercise must be complete if we are to really benefit ourselves and others. Good exercise should always be safe, and we should enjoy a sweet aftertaste that lasts several hours, several days, or even weeks. When we are young, we can enjoy lots of external movements. When we get older, we become less active and we can't as easily enjoy large movements, speed, high impact, and quick twisting of the muscles. Unfortunately, this is exactly the time our bodies really begin to need good exercise to maintain youthful energy and health. Most of the exercise systems available in our society can't satisfy this need. I don't agree with so-called low impact, low key approach where the content of the exercise are the same but the dosage less. We need a better prescription to exercise the body inside and out. The Kung Fu way is the better way. There are approximately 250 Kung Fu styles: northern, southern, external, internal, long range, short range, and numerous weapons. They all have something in common. Please don't mistakenly believe mainland China's government standard wushu martial art is traditional Chinese Kung Fu. Modern wushu is more in common with Western exercise than traditional Chinese Kung Fu. From Western exercise, wushu practitioners learn to keep moving, running, jumping, and tumbling, and to discard internal training. They skip the Yun. Some call it Chinese ballet. Can we call it Chinese acrobatics? For Kung Fu to be a complete exercise, it must be practiced correctly in the Kung Fu way.